Hello everyone, it's me Sanjay Vasu back again for another video. This time we're going to be doing it on Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2 Extended Paper for May-June 2022. Question 1. Actually this question has been done in a previous paper and I will attach the clip of it. The probability of picking a red sweet from a bag is 0.05. Find the probability of not picking a red sweet. So first thing we need to know is that the total probability is always equal to 1. Now the probability of picking a red sweet is 0.05. So the probability of not picking that sweet will be 1 minus 0.05. That's equal to 0.95. That's the answer. Question 2. This question's already been done in the below paper, so I'll attach the clip of it. Work out the value of mk cubed by the square root of 3 when m is equal to 4 and k is equal to 7. So when m is 4 and k is 7, we can substitute these. That means 4 into 7 cubed by root 3. Now let's do that on our calculator. Here we go. 4 into 7 cubed. 1372. And divide by root 3 divided by the square root of 3, which is 1.732 approximately. That's equal to 792.12 to 2 decimal places. That's the answer. Question 3. This question is already done in the below paper, so I'll attach the clip. PQRS is a quadrilateral. RST is a straight line. Find angle PST. Angle PST is this angle. So to find this angle, we need this angle. And how do you find this angle, which is angle RSP? We know that this PQRS is a quadrilateral, and the angles in a quadrilateral are up to 360 degrees. Therefore, angle RSP plus these three angles is equal to 360 degrees. And angle RSP will be 360 minus these three angles, which are 73, 129, and 75 degrees respectively. That's equal to, if you calculate it correctly, 83 degrees. And angle PST is equal to, because it's on a straight line with the angle RSP, 180 degrees minus 83 degrees. Why? Angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. It's mentioned RST is a straight line, by the way. So 180 minus 83 is equal to 97 degrees. And that's angle PST. Just label that. That's the answer. Question 4. This question is already done in a previous paper, so I'll attach the clip. These are the masses in kilograms of 12 pesos, and the masses are given over here. A. Complete the stem and leaf diagram for 12 pesos. First thing we need to see is the key. 0/3 represents 0.3 kilograms. That means 0/4 represents 0.4 kilograms. These two are already done. Next, are there any more with starting with 0, which means 0 point something? Yes, there are two more, which are 0.7 and 0.8, which I shall cross out now and fill in the numbers 7 and 8 since they are the second digit or the decimal place in the number here. So 0/7 is 0.7 and 0/8 is 0.8. Next, the ones which start with 1. There's two 1.1s, two 1.2s, 1.7 and 1.8. That means we can fill in 2 1s, 2 2s, 1 7 and 1 8. And likewise we can cross out all of these. Now we are left with two more, which are 2.1 and 2.3. That means 1 and 3 can be filled in the 2 row, and you can cross out all of them. Now we've completed the stem and leaf diagram. B. Find the median. So the median is the middle number, and 12 parcels because it's an even number. Therefore, there will be two values which will be at the middle in the ascending order, and they can be converted to one value by taking the mean of those. So two middle values. So first let's cross out all the numbers starting from first to last like this. Yep, we've crossed out 5 on each side, and now we're left with 1.1 and 1.2. That means 1.1 plus 1.2 by 2. That's equal to 1.15 in kilograms. That's the answer. Question 5. This question is already done in a previous paper, so I'll attach the clip of it. The nth term of a sequence is n squared minus 1. Find the first three terms of the sequence. So the first term is when n equals 1. So when n equals 1, 1 squared minus 1 is equal to 0. That's the first term. Next, when n is equal to 2, 2 squared minus 1 is equal to 3. Second term. When n is equal to 3, 3 squared minus 1 is equal to 8. That's the third term. Question 6. This question is already done in a previous paper, so I'll attach the clip of it. Simplify a y cubed divided by y power 5. Because we're dividing, we actually subtract the powers. Note that these two have the same base. Y to the power of 3 minus 5, which is equal to y power minus 2. B, 7x to the power of 0. X power 0 is always 1. Therefore, it's 7 into 1, which is equal to 7. That's the answer. Question 7. This question is already done in the previous paper, so I'll attach the clip of it. The scatter diagram shows the number of visitors and total amount spent in thousands of dollars in a zoo on each of 8 days. A. On one of the 8 days, there are 410 visitors. Find the total amount spent by visitors during this day. On one day, there are 410 visitors. That means you see the number of visitors column here. 410 is over here, and when we go up, it's over here. So there's an X there. And on the y-axis, where does it come? 27. So 27 into 1,000, that's $27,000 spent by visitors. B. Information for the 9th day, which is not given here, is shown on the table. The number of visitors is 175, and the total amount spent in thousands of dollars is 9. That means $9,000. Plot this info on the scatter diagram. So 175 visitors comes right on there, and $9,000 is right here. So we can simply plot a point there and mark an X on it. C. Draw a line of best fit on the scatter diagram. A line of best fit goes through at least 3 points. So it can be greater than or equal to 3 points. It goes through. And to go to the most number of points possible on the scatter graph. Over here, the line of best fit is something like this. And why? Because it passes through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 points exactly, and it's very close to the other 4 points. D. On the 10th day, the total amount spent is 22,000. Estimate the number of visitors on this day. So 22,000 means it comes over here. Going to a line of best fit, it comes right around the 330 visitors range. And that's what we can estimate. 330 visitors. That's the answer. Question 8. Without using a calculator, work out 2 by 9 divided by 5 by 6. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in simplest form. Now this can be written as 2 by 9 into 6 by 5. Now we can cancel this out. 2 by 3 into 2 by 5, 4 by 15. That's the answer. Question 9. Change 300 meters per minute to kilometers per hour. 1 minute into 60 is equal to 1 hour. That means 60 minutes is 1 hour. That means if you multiply this 300 into 60, you will get meters per hour. So that will be 18,000 meters per hour. And now we can divide by 1,000 because 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So when you divide by 1000, it's 18 kilometers an hour. That's the answer. Question 10. Find n of A intersection B, the whole prime. So we have A, set A here, and we have set B here. Set A has 25 and 33, set B has 33 and 12. So A intersection B. A intersection B is equal to 33 because 33 is actually in both the circles for A and B. Now, A intersection B prime will be everything outside this part. So cancel it out. 25 plus 12 plus 3, which becomes 40. That's the answer. Question 11. ABC, DEF, and GHK are all triangles with all vertices on the circumference of a circle. From the list, draw a ring around the line that is a diameter of the circle. Okay, so in these three triangles, all of them have one angle missing. For triangle GHK, the missing angle is 180 minus 85 minus 85, which is 10 degrees. Now for triangle DEF, it is 180 minus 82 minus 8, which is 90 degrees. So we put a square. Now for triangle ABC, we have 180 minus 94 minus 6, which is 80 degrees. Now we can see that this is 90 degrees. So an angle of a triangle formed by the 2 points of a diameter and another point on a circumference is always 90 degrees. So if this is the diameter, that means this angle is supposed to be 90, and it is 90 because this part will be a semicircle. Angles inside the semicircle will be 90 degrees. That means the line DE is the diameter. That's the answer. Question 12. F is a common factor of 14 and 28. M is a common multiple of 10 and 25. P is a prime number. Work out the largest possible value of F by MP. Now we need the greatest possible value of F. So greatest of F, least of M, and least of P. Because MP are being divided. So if we divide by a small number, we'll get a larger answer. And F is the dividend. That means it needs to be larger, then the answer is larger. So that means we can do the HCF of 14 and 28. We can take this out for 7 common factor, 2 and 4. Then 2 common factor, 1 and 2. So HCF of 14 and 28 is equal to 72, 14. Next, we need the LCM of 10 and 25. So we can do the same thing. 5, 2, 5. So the LCM is equal to 5 into 2 into 5, which is equal to 50. The smallest possible prime number is equal to 2. So that means it will be equal to 14 divided by 2 into 50, which is equal to 14 by 100, which is equal to 0.14. That's the answer. Question 13. Factorize completely a 18px minus 27p. Now we can see that there's a common factor p and the common factor of 18, 27, 9. So we can remove 9 and p from the full thing. That'll make 2x minus 3. That's the answer. B. mt minus n minus m plus nt. First, let's make these into like terms. mt minus m plus nt minus n. That's equal to when we factorize this part and this part. So mt minus m can be factorized as m into t minus 1 plus, same thing, n into t minus 1. Now we can factorize this out. That will be equal to t minus 1 into m plus n. That's the answer. Question 14. Find the nth term of the sequence. 8, 17, 32, 53, 80, so on. So first thing we can do is find the n value. So let's take n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 terms here. Now let's take the differences. So 17 minus 8 is 9, and 32 minus 17, 15. 53 minus 32 is 21, and then 80 minus 53 is 27. So these are the first differences. So what about the second differences? It will be plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, going like this. So the second difference is the same. Therefore, we can take n to the power of 2, n squared. It's equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and it goes on. Let's see a difference between the first one and the second one. So here, 1 plus 3 is 4. But here, 8 plus 9 is 17. 8 plus 9, 1 plus 3. 3 into 3 is equal to 9. So let's take 3n squared. Now we'll get a difference of 9, right? These are all the values. And we'll get an add 9 difference, right? So it's equal for the differences. Same thing for this. Plus 15. For this one, plus 21. Plus 27. So now we can say the differences are the same. Now we just need to add a certain value to this to get that. 3n squared plus 5. Because 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 12 plus 5 is equal to 17. 27 plus 5 is equal to 32. So on. So this is actually the sequence. And the nth term is 3n squared plus 5. That's the answer. Question 15. Solve 12x minus 3 greater than or equal to 4x plus 13. That means 12x minus 4x greater than or equal to 13 plus 3. 8x is greater than or equal to 16. X is greater than or equal to 2. That's the answer. Question 16. Abdul draws this speed time graph for a journey. The graph has 4 sections, A, B, C, D. Complete these statements about the speed time graph. Section dash cannot be correct. We can see that section C and D overlap each other. Because section D is going backwards, section D cannot be correct. Section dash shows constant speed. See here, section B. Speed's always 10 meters per second. So it's section B. Constant. Section dash shows deceleration. That means decrease in speed. C is decreasing. That's the answer. And now section A shows acceleration of dash meters per second squared. The acceleration is equal to speed by time. The speed is equal to 10 meters per second. That's the increase in speed at least. And then time. So time is 30 seconds. So 10 by 30, which is equal to 1 by 3 meters per second squared. The distance traveled in the first 30 seconds of the journey is dash meters. So first 30 seconds here. The distance traveled is equal to the area under this section, because 30 seconds, which is the area of the triangle. That'll be speed into time. So speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time, which is 10 into 30. Distance is 300 meters. That's the answer. Question 17. In this triangle ABC, AC is equal to AB. That means this is isosceles. D is the point on BC such that AD is perpendicular to BC. Complete the following statements to show that a triangle ACD and triangle ABD are congruent. AD is perpendicular to BC, so angle dash is equal to angle dash, which is equal to dash degrees. these two angles will be the same because they're perpendicular. So angle ADB and angle ADC are equal to 90 degrees because it's the right angle. AC equals AB is given information. Side dash is common to both triangles. It's this side, AD. Triangle ACD is congruent to triangle ABD because of the congruency criterion dash. So we have one angle and we have two sides. But this angle is a 90 degrees angle. So we can say SAS, side angle side. That's the answer. Question 18. The bearing of B from A is x degrees. The bearing of A from B is y degrees. X is to y equals 2 is to 7. Calculate the value of y. So because these two lines are parallel, let's name this as Z, this angle. So x plus Z is equal to 180 degrees because they are parallel. The north lines are always parallel. And now we can use this issue. X is to y equals 2 is to 7. So x equals 2 by 7y. Z is nothing but 360 minus y. So we can substitute this value and this value in. So 2 by 7y plus 360 minus y is equal to 180 degrees. Now you can bring the y's to the other side and bring 180 this side. 360 minus 180 is equal to y minus 2 by 7y. That means 180 is equal to 5 by 7y. Y is equal to 180 into 7 by 5. You can cancel out. Becomes 36 into 7, which gives the answer as 252 degrees. That's the answer. Question 19. F of x equals kx squared. G of x equals 1 by x. H of x equals 7x minus 2 by 5. G of x equals 3 minus 10x by 14. A. F of minus 5k is equal to 675. Find the value of k. There are four functions here, and one of them is f of x is equal to kx squared. So f of minus 5k is equal to 675. That means k into minus 5k the whole squared is equal to 675. That means k into 25k squared is equal to 675. 25k cubed is equal to 675. That means k cubed is equal to 675 by 25, which is 27. K is equal to 3, which is the cube root of 27. B. Find gh of x. That means we need to find h of x, and we use that value to find g of x. So that means g of h of x, like this. Easier way to write it. That's equal to g of 7x minus 2 by 5. And then that'll be equal to 1 by 7x minus 2 by 5. That's equal to 5 by 7x minus 2. C. Find h inverse of x plus j of x. Give your answer in simplest form. Function h of x equals 7x minus 2 by 5. Let's substitute h of x with x and x with y. Becomes like this. Now we make y the subject. 5x equals 7y minus 2. 5x plus 2 equals 7y. Y is equal to 5x plus 2 by 7. And now we can replace y with h inverse of x. That's equal to 5x plus 2 by 7. Now for g of x. We add this to h inverse of x. So 5x plus 2 by 7 plus 3 minus 10x by 14. It's equal to, we can take a common denominator of 14. 10x plus 4 plus 3 minus 10x. Cancel out. It's equal to 7 by 14, which is equal to 1 by 2. With that, half is the answer. Question 20. The diagram shows a square ABCD. This is a square with side length k centimeters. That means the length of CD is k centimeters as well. And same thing for AD and AB. So I'll mark it like this. MDE, which is this sector, it's a sector of a circle with center D. So it's a part of a circle like that. E lies on the diagonal BD of the square. This is the diagonal of the square. M is the midpoint of AD. That means AM is equal to MD. We can write it like this. Find the percentage of the square that is shaded. So it's this shaded area excluding the sector of the circle. So first, what's the area of the square? Area of the square is equal to side squared, which is equal to k squared. We don't know what is k, so we can leave it like this. K squared centimeter squared. Now we need to find the area of this sector. But for that, we need the angle formed by the sector. Well, we know that the angles in a square are 90 degrees. That means because this is a diagonal, it's actually the bisector of the angle here. That means this part and this part will be the same. So angle MDE is equal to 90 because square is 90-degree angle divided by 2, which is 45 degrees. Now we can find the area of the sector in terms of K. So area of sector is equal to 45 by 360 into the area of the full circle. So what's the radius? It's K by 2, right? K by 2, that's the radius. Because full length is K, half of it is K by 2. So 45 by 360 into pi into K by 2 the whole square. That's equal to 1 by 8 into pi into K squared by 4. That's equal to pi K squared by 32 when we multiply by 1 by 8. And this can be the area of the sector for now. So K squared minus pi K squared by 32 is the area of the shaded region. And with a percentage will be the whole thing by K squared, it's the area of the square. And then we need to multiply by 100%, of course. That's equal to 1, because when we separate the fractions, 1 K squared by K squared is equal to 1, and minus pi K squared by 32 by K squared. We can subtract 1 minus pi by 32 because we can cancel out the K squareds over here and multiply it by 100% at the end. Let's use a calculator for this. 1 minus pi by 32 is equal to 0.901 into 100%, which is equal to approximately 90.2%. That's the answer. Question 21. Neha has a piece of ribbon of length 23 centimeters collected near the centimeter. From the ribbon, she cuts off a piece with length 87 millimeters collected near the millimeter. Work out the lower bound and the upper bound for the length of the remaining ribbon. Give your answer in centimeters. So let's find the lower bound over here, LB, and upper bound over here, UB. Lower bound means the least possible length of ribbon and the most possible length cut off. So LB, lower bound of length, is equal to the lower bound of 23, which is 22.5 centimeters. Because this is the lowest number that can round to this number. And now the upper bound of 87 millimeters is equal to 87.5 millimeters. Why? Because 87, we can get that answer by rounding 87.4999 recurring decimal. And this decimal can also be written as 87.5 millimeters. So now That's why we get the answer of 87.5 for upper bound. So this 22.5 centimeters, let's write that in millimeters. 225 millimeters. Now, the lower bound of remaining length is equal to 225 minus 87.5. Let's get our calculator out. 225 minus 87.5, 137.5 millimeters, which is equal to 13.75 centimeters. That's the lower bound. In centimeters, of course. Now upper bound. We need to do the opposite of what we did last time. So now we need to find the upper bound of the length and lower bound of 87 millimeters, which is the cutoff length. So the upper bound of 23 centimeters is equal to 23.5 centimeters. Now the lower bound of 87 millimeters is equal to 86.5 millimeters. Now 23.5 centimeters can be written as 235 millimeters. So the upper bound of the remaining equals 235 minus 86.5. And let's do that on the calculator. 148.5 millimeters. 148.5 millimeters. And that is 14.85 centimeters. That's the answer. Question 22. Simplify 5x minus x squared by 25 minus x squared. First thing we can do is factorize the top half. So this can be written as x into 5 minus x by 25 minus x squared. 25 can also be written as 5 squared. So you can write it over here. Now this form is also as a squared minus b squared. We know that a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So 5 squared minus x squared is equal to 5 plus x into 5 minus x. We can write it like this. X into 5 minus x by 5 plus x into 5 minus x. Now there's two 5 minus x's, one on the numerator, one on the denominator. We can cancel them out to get the fraction x by 5 plus x. That's the answer. Question 23. Solve the equation 3 sine x plus 3 is equal to 1 for 0 degrees less than equal to x less than equal to 360 degrees. That means 3 sine x is equal to 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. Sine x is equal to minus 2 by 3. X will be equal to sine inverse of minus 2 by 3. And use our calculator. Minus 2 by 3. And then we can do sine inverse. So minus 41.8. Well, that's not yet the answer. First thing we can see is that we need two x values over here. Because this value is negative, that means you can picture the curve of a sine wave, something like this. The negative values are over here. So it can only be greater than 180 and less than 360. That means we need to add 41.8 to 180 and subtract from 360 to get the two values. So x is actually equal to 180 plus 41.8, or x is equal to 360 minus 41.8. That means x equals, when we do that, 180 plus 41.8 to 21.8, or x equals 360 minus 41.8, 318.2 in degrees, of course. That's the answer. Question 24. Y is inversely proportional to the cube of x minus 1. That means y is inversely proportional to x minus 1 the whole cubed. Y equals 9.45 when x is equal to 3. Find y when x is equal to 4. So y is proportional to 1 by x minus 1 the whole cubed. This is the proportionality symbol. And because inverse proportion, we put a 1 by. That means y is equal to k by x minus 1 the whole cubed. Let's substitute the values. 9.45 is equal to k by 3 minus 1 the whole cubed. And that means it's equal to k by 8. Because 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 cubed is 8. That means k is equal to 9.45 into 8, which is equal to, let's get our calculator out, 9.45 into 8, 75.6. Let's substitute this into the original equation. Y equals k by x minus 1 the whole cubed. Now we can also substitute the value of x equals 4 into that equation. So y is equal to 75.6 by 4 minus 1 the whole cubed. That's equal to 75.6 by 27. Why? 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. 3 cubed equals 27. So y is equal to 75.6 divided by 27, which is equal to 2.8. That's the answer. Question 25. M to the power minus 1 by 4 is equal to 27 m power minus 1. Find the value of m. So we can leave the left side as it is. So m to the power minus 1 by 4 is equal to 27 by m. How? Because m power minus 1 is equal to 1 by m. 27 into this, it means 27 by m, which is here. That means 27 is equal to m into m to the power of minus 1 by 4. If you know about exponent rules, spell it like this. Exponent rules. When you multiply two different numbers or variables which have same base but some power, this m is equal to m power 1. We have to add these powers. We have to add 1 and negative 1 by 4. That means 27 is equal to m to the power of 1 minus 1 by 4. Because when we add these two, because there's a negative sign, we subtract it there. So 27 is equal to m to the power 3 by 4. M is equal to 27 to the power of 4 by 3. Because we invert the fraction over here. That means m is equal to cube root of 27 to the power of 4. Because when we have a fraction denominator, that's actually the root. So m is equal to 3 to the power of 4, which is equal to 81. That's the answer. And with that, I've come to the end of my video. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, share this video with your friends, and comment on how you want us to upload future videos, and also how you think this video was. With that, it's me, Sanjay Vasu, signing out. Bye.